Hi everyone, I'm Becky,
And I'm Sarah.
and we're doing Bickering Book Reviews. Today we are talking about Instant Karma by Marissa Meyer, which I got the audiobook off of NetGalley.
And I got the ebook off of Edelweiss.
And so this book is about Prudence Daniels, and Prudence is a sophomore at a high school in La Fortuna, California. Is that right?
Yeah, Fortuna.
Fortuna, California. And she is like very high strung and very much wants to be like perfect grades. She is the kind of oldest of five kids because she's a twin. And so she's doing this project with this boy in class named Quint, and he shows up late and they get a bad grade. And so she decides that they're going to like redo the project and they'll get a good grade because the teacher said they can do it over the summer, but both people have to agree to do it. And Quint doesn't really want to do it. He's like, I'm done, whatever. I'm fine with my grade. At the same time, Prudence goes to karaoke night and sings the song Instant Karma by John Lennon, which I love that song. And ever like as soon as I started reading this book, that song's been stuck in my head for the last week and a half. And she slips and bangs her head, and she gets the ability to give people karma and like have their karma played out. So she's doing this, and at the same time, she's trying to convince Quint to do the project, and she goes to this wildlife refuge place that his mom owns, and she gets involved and starts to realize how important it is to rehabilitate these sea animals. And she and Quint's relationship kind of develops. And then on the flip side of that, she's starting to see how sometimes inflicting karma on people isn't always fair. And so it just kind of is like about her trying to get the project done and her maybe feelings for Quint, and Quint might have feelings for her, and how karma plays into all of it. I'm having a hard time describing this book because, like,
It's like this mashup of all these different tropes.
well,
And
and it's
like,
really long. Like, the audiobook was like 14 hours long.
so, and you feel every page.
Right. And so I usually like Marissa Meyer's books. And I did, like, there was some positives in this book. I wouldn't say I disliked this book. I disliked Prudence.
Yeah, she is like the dictionary definition of like white privilege. Like, and she is the teenage version of a Karen. Like, I didn't know that that existed, but she is the teenage version of a Karen. And then there was a Karen character in there, and it was like Prudence versus the Karen character, and it was like, oh, weird, like reflection. Anyway,
Well, and she's super judgy about everything.
yeah, well, and she doesn't really grow. Like, that's the
No.
other thing. She's just like oblivious to everything but herself, and she doesn't grow. And though it does feel like one of those Dickensian Christmas Carol kind of books, you know, where like they go through the different, they like learn how to be a better person kind of thing.
Right. Well,
Doesn't.
but like, I mean, I guess she learns to be a better person. But my other problem was I don't particularly like Quint. Quint never stood out as like a romantic lead. And there's like, I don't want to give it away, but there's like a conflict between the two of them. And to me, the fact that they came back from that conflict and like had a romantic ending, I just I just couldn't get past it. I was like, really?
Yeah, I didn't really latch on to any of the characters, and I think that's why Cinder worked so well, is because you loved the characters.
Right.
But but here, like, you don't. And like, if you have characters that you absolutely love, you know, you can read a 500-page book and not feel it. But like, this one, it just kept going, and like, I didn't care because she was. I deal with Karens enough in my life that I don't want to read a book about them.
Right. And I just like, I want to see more. Like, I thought that the parts about her about the wildlife refuge, I thought that was important, and I liked that.
But like the way that the main character even interacted with the wildlife part, like not understanding like why you would want to save the animals. It's just, it blows my mind.
Yeah.
Like, she didn't like animals. It's hard for me to like a character who doesn't like animals. I get that there are people like that out there, but like, I don't know.
Well, and I get like
And she was
when
like, I like kids, but she was nasty to her siblings. Like, it
right.
just, it you didn't see the good parts of her.
And she never really redeems herself.
No.
And like so she's Prudence and then her brother is Jude. And then there's Eleanor,
Penny.
Penny, and
And
Lucy.
yeah.
And the Beatles references got a little much. And I am a huge Beatles fan. And it got a little much. Should we just rate it?
Yeah, we can read it.
So our rating system starts at the top with 5 unicorns. We go down to 2 unicorns. If we don't like it, it's a horse.
If we did halves, I'd be at 1.5, but I'm gonna give it a 2.
So I'm trying, like, I gave it a 3 on Goodreads, but I'm kind of like leaning towards a 2.
Yeah, like the story went on and on. It didn't need to be that long. It could have been that long had the characters been likable in any way, shape, or form.
Well, in thinking about it, I didn't love Heartless either. I don't think I've really, and I didn't like Fairest. I have not really enjoyed a Marissa Meyer book since Winter.
Well, yeah, I mean, and like technically, there's nothing like things were developed, and like technically the writing was good. It's just like as a book, like I just personally didn't like it.
No, I might get a 2.5. I guess I'm going to go to a 3 just because, like, I don't really feel like it's a 2 for me.
Yeah.
Maybe it is. Maybe I am at a. I think I am at a 2.
I think Marissa Meyer is skewing your rating.
Yeah,
But if this was by anybody else, it would get a solid 2.
it would be a 2. I'm going to have to go with a 2. So that is where we are on Instant Karma, and we'll see you around.
All right,
Bye.
see ya. Bye.